So this is everything you get in the box. I'm going to quickly go through it. So we have a spare M3 sticker, double-sided of course, a pin for resetting it to factory default again, just in case you need to for whatever reason. Now if you're wondering what this is to allow it to be stuck to your window screen. It's sort of like a static thing to make sure it stays in place. You will have to clean the screen first before you apply this, but that's what that's for. Now I don't know if this is supposed to come with this, but I've got one and that's what came with it. But I've looked in the manual, this little baby here, it doesn't actually show it on the manual, but then again it doesn't show the pin connection as well, or even this, but it does talk about that, the pin. Apparently it shouldn't be in there in the first place. It was put in by mistake, so you shouldn't have a pin, and if you do have the pin, there's no reset button or reset pinhole for you to use the pin to reset the actual dash cam. There's no reset button whatsoever, apparently. Second one is, I didn't talk about the memory or the micro SD USB 2.0, this little baby here. Now this is so that you can take the memory card out of your dash cam, plug it into this, like so, plug that in or push that into the USB on your PC, and you should be able to read the actual information from your dash cam, you know, the video or photos, whatever you've got on there. You should be able to read that onto your PC. The cable that will go into your cigarette lighter for power, that will go into the camera for power, and a long lead. It should be long enough for any car really, or maybe a lorry as well. This only has a camera for forward facing. It doesn't have one for behind you. Something to bear in mind in case you're thinking about buying one of these. A crowbar, why not? The camera itself, and I will go through that in a second, and instructions, and it shows you on the front or in this page whatever it is, what you actually get. Camera, power, cable, M3 spare, and crowbar. Plastic one of course, and that is for tucking the cable behind the recess. Now, there is a couple of Q codes. This one here is for downloading the manual. I'm going to quickly show you on my phone because I've already downloaded it. Yeah, that is just another way of looking at the manual. Gives you a bit more detail. Now, this is for their social media. In case you need to speak to someone, you can scan the Q code and join their social media. Say, look, I've got this problem. Can you help me, please? Or if you just want to be friendly and say hi. Yeah, but that is it. So, let's get to the actual camera itself because that's the most important thing, isn't it? So this is the iZEEKER ID240. It's a 2.5K dash cam with Wi-Fi. It does 1440p front dash cam with an app, 32GB memory card installed, a night vision, wide dynamic range, G sensor, loop recording, 24-hour parking. All in this little baby. Now, like I said, it does come with an actual memory card already fitted, and it's a 32GB one. It's USB Type-C connection for power, M3 for stickiness, for sticking it to your window screen, so that would go, let me see if I can work this one out, go around that way, that will stick to your screen, so that will either go like that, or you know, maybe at an angle like that, and then that would be pointing outwards, yeah? It's made of plastic, it's got some air vents on it, on both sides, and it has an on-off button, and that might also do, you need to take a photo or you need to save it into the safe storage area. It might be for that as well, that button there, but I know it's an on-off at the moment. I haven't read all the instructions. Something you may forget to do is remove the little lens protector. There's a little plastic film over the top of that. Once you set it all up, I would recommend you remove that before you actually stick it, because once it's stuck up there, it'd be hard to find out, oh, how do I get that off? Because you won't be able to see it. So do all your wiring first, work out where you're going to put it roughly, peel that off and then stick it. Don't forget to clean the windscreen first as well. So that is it. So what we're going to do now is, I've already downloaded the actual software for it. I'm going to quickly show you in a second. It is called Fideo or something like that baby there. So I'm going to start it up. It says add camera. Right, so I haven't actually tried this bit out myself. So what I'm going to do is I am going to plug in a standard USB Type-C connection into this for setting it up. And you could do the same. There are several ways you could do it. If you've got a phone that uses USB Type-C connection, it should work perfectly with that. It should do. I'm not saying it will do, I'm saying it should do. Maybe if it doesn't work, maybe because you're not giving it enough power from your USB power source, wherever it's coming from. But it should work perfectly for this, or you can unplug it like that and plug this and use this cable for giving it power for setting it up as well. So that would plug into a USB plug if you've got one. I am going to use an actual power bank so that I've got it all nice and neat just for you. Give me a second. So one power bank. I'm going to plug it into my orange one because it gives a bit more power and it's designed for quick charge as well. I'm not going to unravel all this because I don't need to. I'm going to plug that into there and see what happens. See? Red light. Red light and it says it's recording. Right, now add. Press OK while using the app. See what happens. Like I said, I haven't tried this out yet. I'm doing it now just to see what happens. Hopefully she just works. And there it is that one there, ID240. Right, enter password, and it is 1 to 8. Difficult one, that one. See if she works. Connecting, no data connection. Something to bear in mind, if you're like me and have your phone set up to get the best connection, you might have to say, don't do that, because otherwise it will just keep switching to get your best internet one. But if you want to connect the app to the actual device, you will have to turn that off. It will ask you anyway whether you want to change connection. Just decline it, alright? Because you don't want to change connections. You want to actually get onto this. And so we're on it. So we've got, looking at that, we've got pause button and we've got photo button. Camera files, camera settings. I would recommend you go into camera settings that I'm going to do right now. And she talks a lot. Sound recording, speaker volume is higher, video resolution is set to 2.5. Now you might want to downgrade to 1080, that is entirely up to you, but I'm going to leave it at 2.5. Keep it like that. Anti-flickers at 50 Hz. I might change that to 60 actually. Timestamp, I would recommend you put the timestamp on, because if you do have an accident, it's very important you get an accurate time and date of when the accident actually happened, just in case you need to go to court. Makes sense? Does to me anyway. Collision sensor, boot voice, I think that's for when you start her up. Collision sensor, when the camera is in recording mode, it will automatically lock current video when an impact is detected. Now I've got mine set on low. You can choose medium, high, or turn it off. I'm going to leave it as low. Parking monitor collision detection is turned off at the moment. I might turn that on actually. Low frames per second recording. Only power supply with hardware kit supported. Okay. Time lapse. Don't really want time lapse. Wi-Fi name. Wi-Fi. Something else to bear in mind. Once you set it all up, change the password. Alright. Should be quite easy to do. Firmware version, format SD card, and reset. And that's basically it. So what's back here? It's recording. Let's have a quick look around. It's nice and clear. Obviously you're interested in seeing what she's like actually on the road, but I just want to see what the quality of the video is. And I would say that's really good actually. See that? Yeah, I'd say that's really good. Now it's not 4K, but it's 2.5K, which is what I use. My monitors are both 2.5K. They're not 4K. And you have a microphone. What's that do? Mute. Broke it. I turned that. I hit that. Okay, back on. App info. Video keeps stopping. Okay. Close. Let's start her up again. Now, will she just connect straight away? Connecting. Yes. Camera connected. Cool. Yes, she did. Let's go into camera files. Please open the storage permission for photos. Allow. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Oh, so it says photos, but it's actually video. It's nice and clear, isn't it? I wonder if that goes full screen if I turn it. That is very clear. first impressions, yeah, very nice. Perfect colouring as well. Actually, it's slightly better colouring than actual my monitors, so maybe giving a slightly false impression of how good a quality the actual image is by giving you a bit more colour. Just thought I'd mention that, looking at that. Download, so you can download it, do screenshots, have a look at screenshot, capture successful. Oh, has that just captured that? I think it has. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I am going to install it into my car and we're going to do some driving around and see how good a quality night and day is. Right, so for this part of the video, I'm actually using the actual dash cam itself, that baby there, and as you can see, I might look a bit red. Like I said earlier, it does seem to want to put too much colour in the actual footage of the actual video, but I have been testing it out, you know, done some day footage, done some night footage. Hopefully you like it. And yes, the microphone does work very well, and I have muted it just for copyright reasons because I was playing the radio at the time. Also, I made sure I checked the resolution and it says it's 2304 by 1296 at 25 frames. Now, to improve the quality better, it would be nice to see at least 30 frames per second, or even a higher resolution, or even both. But that will probably cost you more money. This is quite cheap to buy. It's only one camera. It's only a front-facing camera, not a rear-facing camera. So you only get the one camera, and it works. It does everything you want it to do. The other thing I liked about this, besides the actual hardware, is the software. The software does everything you want it to do. It is easy to use, easy to navigate, easy to set up, and it works. So with that, as always, I will stick links in the video description in case you want to go and check it out, or in case you want to go and buy one. This would be perfect for people using a transit van or a lorry, or even in a car, if you don't mind not having a rear one. I mean, most of the time, you know, if someone's going to hit you from the rear, yes, it's normally their fault anyway. But the front facing camera will also show that you wasn't reversing, won't it? Yeah, think about it. And you have that lock facility as well. If you want to lock an actual video in place, it will do that automatically depending on the impact. So with that, if you like this video, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down and consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching. And check out the link in the video description in case you want to go and buy one. Thank you very much.